Well, coming up tonight in sports, the Bucks fight the Celtics in a possible playoff preview, and we have history. For the first time ever in a Major League game, we have back-to-back home runs to start and finish the game. I'll show you the amazing highlights from a special night next.
Here's Dave Schroeder from Action 2 Sports. Brought to you by Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley, home for robotic surgery for hips and knees.
There have been more than 200,000 games played in the history of Major League Baseball, but none had ever opened and closed with back-to-back home runs before tonight. Early on, it was as easy as 1, 2, 3 for the Cards as Dexter Fowler takes Chase Anderson deep on the very first pitch of the game. And then on the third pitch of the game, Tommy Pham, bam! 2 home runs on the first 3 pitches. After pitching 6 scoreless innings in the season opener with just 1 hit, Anderson gave up 4 in 4 innings on 3 long balls. But down 4-3 in the ninth and down to their final strike, Christian Yelich picks a great time to hit his first home run as a Brewer tie game. Then just 1 pitch later, Ryan Braun walks it off. He has only 3 hits this season, 2 game-winning home runs. Braun's first walk-off homer in 7 years lifts Milwaukee to a 5-4 win.
As a player, you hope you get an opportunity to be in that moment. It's something I've always looked forward to. You know, you're not going to come through every time, but when you do, it feels good.
Well, there is no roof for the T-Rats, hosting Media Day today in the snow on a beautiful April afternoon. Lindsay Polaris checks in on the Miners, where some new rules are in place.
This weather probably isn't what comes to mind when you think of opening week, but we're in Wisconsin and winter has officially overstayed its welcome. When the Timber Rattlers do take the field later this week, keep an eye out for a big minor league baseball rule change that will affect every farm system this season. All extra inning games will now begin with a runner on second base.
It's an exciting rule. I think first and foremost it helps with the health of our young pitchers. Anytime you get a game extended 16, 17 innings, you're using a lot of arms, and you're using kids back-to-back days. So from a health standpoint, I think it's a great deal. And I think it'll be exciting for the fans. You know, we tried the last couple days of spring training. We put a guy at second base and with no outs, and there's a lot of things that forces the manager's hand. And it's all dependent on the situation.
Yeah, it's definitely a little different for sure. I mean, obviously, especially later in the game. I mean, puts a lot of pressure on you, you know, to keep that run there. But I think it's cool. I mean, I think it's exciting. You know, a little something different.
Definitely will make it go faster. There won't be any more. I mean, I guess it'll be different because you're so used to extra innings, maybe going long. Now you know it might only be 1 inning, so just got to execute.
You can think of this extra innings rule change as an experimental run for the MLB that's also looking to improve pace of play and player safety, but that doesn't mean you'll see it implemented anytime soon. At Fox City Stadium, Lindsay Polaris, Action 2 Sports.
Thanks, Lindsay. The Bucks and Celtics tonight. The Deer would love to see this as a playoff showdown. Got to move up in the standings first. Third quarter, Chris Middleton steal, Jabari Parker slam, Bucks by 9. In the fourth quarter, Giannis on the alley and diminutive Eric Bledsoe on the oop. The Bucks stay in front by 6, and moments later, same duo, the Freak between the legs on the assist. He had 6 assists today, and Giannis would score 29 as well, 11 boards to boot. Monster night for Giannis. Milwaukee up 5, and the Freak will preserve the lead with a swat out of nowhere. The Deer win by 4 to secure a winning season. Their magic number is now 1. We'll be right back. Well, the Packers' galvanizing moment may finally be here. The man on the receiving end of rave reviews from Aaron Rodgers, Jay Kumro, has been activated, along with fullback Danny Vitale today, as Mike Daniels and Trevor Davis go on season-ending IR. Tomorrow, the Packers match wits with wily veteran Larry Fitzgerald. At 35 years young, the man with nice hands has finally seen his yardage total drop off a bit, just 460 yards this season so far, after 3 straight years over 1,000. But Fitzgerald does have 5 scores, and he has Tramon Williams' respect. The two were teammates in Arizona last year.
I don't know if I ever met a guy like Larry. Almost one of those deals to where he's too good to be true. But he is that good, you know what I'm saying? He's that good. He not only on the field, but off the field, man. Just a beautiful human being. I don't think I can really speak enough of him.
Well, defensive lineman Dean Lowry joins us for Cover 2 this week, Sunday at 10:35, as we break it all down after Arizona gets a taste of this Wisconsin weather. Well, college football conference title games brought no upsets here, though Bama had to battle back from 14 down in the second half, just like last year. against Georgia. Well, last year, the Phoenix men were just 2-9 in non-conference games against Division I opponents. This year, they're off to a much stronger start. They avenged a 20-point loss to NIU on Wednesday, today taking aim at revenge against Belmont. Link Darner and his Phoenix trailing early in the second half against those 6-0 Bruins, but they would chip away at the lead fast. PJ Pipes, nice dish to Jaquan McLeod, retreats to the three-point arc, and bang, he hits. 21 points for him. The Phoenix pull in front. Lead changing back and forth. The Bruins keeping it close. Grayson Murphy gets past Sandy Cohen. The scoop is in. It's 66 apiece. Green Bay responds. Cohen finds Trevian Bell. Nice baseline J for the lead. Excellent perimeter play all day. 11 made threes for Green Bay. Here's Cohen. 100-92 the final as they cracked the century mark for the first time this season. Today, the Phoenix also retiring the number 33 jersey of Jeff Nordgaard at halftime. He was a member of the legendary tournament team in 1996. Nordgaard joins his former teammate Tony Bennett as the only two players to have their jerseys retired in Green Bay.
I know that we as a team had the success that was unmatched by any team before and any team since. And hopefully, again, that'll be passed as years go by. And to be able to be the second one up there and have us two, 40-plus-year-old guys hanging up there really feels special.
The Phoenix women fall at South Dakota today, 2 days after falling at South Dakota State. A tough road trip. They lost the first one by 30. Losing today, the team falls to 3-4. It is the earliest on the calendar that the Phoenix women have ever lost 4 games. To the NBA, Bucks at Knicks after blowing a late lead. Giannis going to take over and put the Deer back up by 3 with 40 ticks to play. But on the Knicks end, coming back, Emmanuel Mudiay. This looks like Zach Showalter in the Sweet 16 2 years ago at that same court. Tie game, we get overtime. In OT, Giannis puts the Deer up 2 again late, but again, the lead was not safe. Damian Dotson, 3-ball for the lead, 1:09 to play. Brook Lopez had a chance to tie it with 2 free throws late, but he missed both. Giannis going back up, thought he was fouled, did not get the call. And the Bucks fall in overtime to an inferior foe for the second time in as many weeks, wasting the Freaks' 33-point effort. To Milwaukee, back home at the 5-Serve Forum, Marquette hosting undefeated and 12th-ranked Kansas State. The Golden Eagles rolling. Joey Hauser to the rim. Marquette up 13. Then Marcus Howard. He poured in 45 points. The scoop seals it. Don't look now, but Marquette is 6-2 with a statement win today. The Packers would like a statement win tomorrow. Happy New Year, everyone. 251 days until the Packers get a chance to take the field again, trying to climb back from the playoff-less abyss of the last 2 seasons as they mop up the mess from a lost season that ended with a putrid effort in the 31-0 loss to the Lions. They can take solace knowing that 7 of the 12 playoff teams this year weren't in the postseason a year ago.
Obviously, it's disappointing, like I said, but I was in a colors that I would rather go down with, and that's green and gold. So, at this point, it's over. It should motivate us to be better next year.
I hope guys come prepared. I mean, regardless of the coach, guys come next year with a mentality that what happened this year is unacceptable. Just because a new coach is coming does not mean that the problems are solved. So hopefully with new change, guys get a new mentality and a new mindset to get ready to come to work on April 1st.
Packers president Mark Murphy is not expected to clean house yet when it comes to the current assistants still on contract and on the staff. According to Cover 2 contributor Rob Domofsky, the team will block their exits and give the new head coach the option to keep them first. Well, here's the list of candidates the Packers have asked to interview so far. Coming into the day, we knew Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, along with Pat's top defensive assistant Brian Flores, were targets. Today, add to that list Saints assistant head coach Dan Campbell, along with Steelers O-line coach Mike Munchak. Tonight, Ian Rappaport says the Packers seek to interview Titans offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur. And don't forget the college ranks. Pat Fitzgerald's coached Northwestern back from 20-3 down in their bowl game against Utah tonight. Well, the Packers will have competition as they set out to hire their next head coach. This morning, the Broncos, Buccaneers, Bengals, and Dolphins all parted ways with their skippers. Bill, that means there are 8 head coach openings in the NFL right now, a 25% turnover. So if they want a specific man, they need to make their intentions known now.